My name is Nonima Tigela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I want us to talk about the confession. The confession. Section 35 exposes everything, and then this confession should have never been used. We got educated last night with Ghost Nation about Section 35, linking it to the confessions. Let's get into that and create a video about that. This lesson I got from the Ghost Nation. Ghostman was the man. Yes, this is no longer about what was said in the confession. This is about whether the confession should exist at all. Because once you bring in section 35.5, bracket 5, on this of the Constitution, everything changes, not slightly, completely. First things first, the lie about unattacked confessions. Let's look at that. There's a dangerous shortcut happening in that courtroom. The idea that because a confession is unattacked, it automatically becomes truth. That's wrong. An unattacked confession does not mean it is true, it is reliable, it is constitutional. It only means one thing: nobody has successfully dismantled it yet. And that's exactly what Judge Ratamo Kgwatleng is trying to stop, because what the state led by Advocate George Baloyi is doing is trying to slide content into truth without passing legality first. And the judge is saying, you don't get to use content until you prove how it was obtained. That's the line. But he is using other lines to deal with this. Point number 2, magistrative versus police, the game changer of it all. Here is where this point hits hard. In South African law, a confession made to a magistrate is presumed voluntarily. A confession to a police officer requires proof. That's not a small difference. That's a legal battlefield. Now you ask yourself, if Rapatu was part of the investigation, how is he suddenly neutral? How is he now a safe channel for a confession? That neutrality is destroyed. Allegedly, Rapatu was part of the 40+ investigators. And allegedly, if investigations were to be done, Rapatu may come out, that confession of Rapatu can fly off because he lied and said he was never part of the case. All right? And once neutrality is gone, the confession becomes suspicious, not because of what it says, but because of how or who handled it. You see the point, Rapatu. Now, point number 3, section 35, bracket, 35 bracket. This is their nuclear weapon rights state. Now we go to the Constitution, and this is where the state is in serious danger. Section 35, bracket 5, bracket, evidence obtained in violation of rights must be excluded if it renders the trial unfair or harms justice. This is not optional. This is a 2-stage test. 1, was there a rights violation? 2, if yes, would using the evidence make the trial unfair? If the answer is yes, the evidence must be thrown out, not debated, not adjusted, removed. Point number 4, Ntanzi's treatment. The red flags everywhere that are saying everything is a no-no. Now, let's apply it. Now, we are raising critical points about Bongani Ntanzi. Not taken to court within 48 hours. Moved between police stations, still being investigated after being charged, part of his own investigation convoy, raised fear and asked for help, ignored. That is not procedure, that is pressure. And pressure leads to one thing: involuntarily statements. Now, add all of that, he goes to a magistrate. He expresses discomfort and nothing is done. That destroyed the very protection the magistrate system is meant to provide. Judge Rata knows all of that. Do you understand? Now, the real question is, point number 5, the real question is, so now the case is no longer, did he confess? The real question becomes, was that confession constitutionally clean? Because if it wasn't, then everything built on it collapses, not weakens, collapses. Now, that is where Judge Rata is singing, go and address me. He's gonna phone his friends and try to find out which way can he use around all of this. Mark my words. If we don't hear him saying that in court on Monday, well, but he would be telling us, I called my friends from SCA or my friends from Kupikupu, my brother in. He's gonna be calling people because he needs a way to deal with all of this shandy. Shubile. Now, this is why this moment is dangerous for the state, because Section 35.35 doesn't negotiate with anyone. They explicitly tell you this is how things must go. It doesn't care how strong your case looks. If the foundation is broken, the law forces the court to walk away from it. And that is why Judge Rata is giving Baloyi, please consider my advances towards you. I am begging you. Understand where I'm coming from. I don't need to spell it out for you. That is why you hear Judge Rata City. You heard me. No, engasafunu engage nobody anymore. That's why you hear him say that. If you were asking, what does he mean by saying you heard me? No, he means exactly that. You heard me. He said what he said. And there is nothing that he can do to assist Ubaloyi at this point. And Ubaloyi, if he can't assist himself, Judge Rata can't do anything for him, unfortunately. Do you understand that? Now, if you are going to sit there and be thinking, hey, this is too much, Judge Rata knows what he is doing, and Judge Rata knows the law. And Judge Rata, I'm sure, Uteqa Section 35, what thing about what Magistrate Gronier said. Gronier did tell us Untanzi requested the phone call from Gronier. Untanzi spoke about not bathing for, was it 4 days or 8 days? Untanzi spoke about not going to court. He spoke about a lot of things. So, because of those reasons, Judge Rata knows Uguti Section 35. So, Uzas throw out in my understanding. If he applies Lady Justice Ngendlela ekufanele, Judge Rata is going to throw out the confessions. No matter how much we can have people screaming, no, don't. Judge Rata knows the law. Judge Rata knows the law. Unless when by the time Besenza, what you call this, Donald, inquiry, I'll be dead. But his legal legacy izoba lapha phansi, izofuqa phansi edakeni. Maybe, just maybe, uyomangala abantu Judge Rata. Mara uNkulunkulu ngiyamthemba. uNkulunkulu ngiyamthemba, uyakwazi uqoqa umuntu wakhe sesele abantu besithi ayikho into enoyenzeka ngalo. Abona akho nto ke kulo empty ke lo, ayikho nje indaba yakhe. uNkulunkulu athi cha angenziwa kanjalo ngumuntu wami. That's how Jehovah yena does things. So sizobona kuba izawuphelela phi lento, izawuthini, but mina I like to watch and see, watch and learn, watch and understand, because right now what we are watching, oh my God, we are witnessing Judge Rata frustrated yena qala zizinto aziqalile. We are witnessing Judge Rata he's actually frustrated by things that he started yena qala zimxakile. Honestly, zimxakile into zakhe. And ke mna kandimsizeli Nkosi yami. Naxesha lakhe, I don't wanna even lie. Andina xesha lakhe. I don't wanna even lie, naxesha lakhe. Andinalo, andimsizeli. Because sekunje kungenxa yakhe. If he stood his ground from the onset, ngesingekho apha. Ngesingekho kuyo yonke lento silapha ngoku, because yena he refused to do right by izinto ezi-right ezingenziwa right. So makazibone ukuthi uphuma kanjani. Andingeni nje indaba yakhe, angimsizeli, akazibone uJudge Rata. Oh, makazibone ba uphuma njani uJudge Ratha, Nkosi yami. Anginazi ixesha lakhe at all. What are your thoughts when it comes to all of this, guys? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.